They say we are living in the most advanced stage in history. We have machines that think for us, satellites that see the Earth like gods once did, a web of information that binds the world in a single nervous system. They call it progress. They call it evolution. And yet, we are still killing each other. In deserts and cities, on mountains and behind screens, children scream under falling rubble, mothers claw through broken concrete, missiles soar, flags burn, blood dries into the same ancient dust that drank it thousands of years ago. And now, once again, two nations with fire in their hearts and history in their hands, Israel and Iran, are standing at the edge of that familiar abyss. But this video is not about taking sides. This is about the truth behind it all. Why war never ends. Why peace is always temporary. Why, for all our education and enlightenment, we keep dancing on the edge of extinction, generation after generation. Friedrich Nietzsche warned us, but we didn't listen, or maybe we didn't understand, because what he saw was terrifying. He didn't speak to comfort the world. He didn't write to make peace. He wrote to expose the animal beneath the skin, the chaos beneath the order, the instinct buried under every virtue. He gave it a name, the will to power. And if you truly grasp what that means, you'll never see human nature or war the same way again. Let's begin with a brutal truth. We don't want peace. We say we do. We chant for it. We march for it. We write poems, pray prayers, wave white flags. But Nietzsche saw that deep down, peace is not what drives us. Power is. Not just political power, not just armies or borders, but the raw, untamed, biological urge to expand, to dominate, to overcome. It's in the way a child says mine before they say share. It's in the competition for love, for territory, for respect, for revenge. It's in nations and tribes, religions and ideologies. It's even in kindness, yes, even kindness, when used to gain moral superiority. Nietzsche believed that every living being is driven by the will to power, a primal force that isn't satisfied with survival. It wants more influence, more control, more of the world bent in its favor. Even the lamb, Nietzsche said, when it bleats about justice, is trying to dominate the lion by moral shame. You may dress it in robes, laws, constitutions. You may teach it philosophy or baptize it in holy water, but it remains power, and power always seeks expression. So what happens when two powers collide? What happens when two ancient stories, two histories of pain and pride, two cultures forged in fire, look across the border and see not brothers but threats? You get Israel and Iran. Two peoples who have suffered, who have lost, who have watched the world ignore them, isolate them, define them, and now they define themselves through strength. Each believes it is right. Each believes it is protecting something sacred. Each sees the other as dangerous. Nietzsche wouldn't be surprised. He saw it in ancient Greece, in Rome, in the tribalism of Europe. He saw it in Christianity, in nationalism, in revolution. The game never changes, only the players. Because to Nietzsche, morality is not universal. It is not a golden rule handed down from heaven. It is a tool created by the powerful to shape the world, or by the powerless to restrain their enemies. He called it master morality and slave morality. Master morality is the voice of the strong. It honors strength, courage, ambition, dominance. It says, I take what I want because I can. Slave morality is born from weakness. It flips the script. It says, no, strength is evil. Humility is good. Obedience is virtue. Turn the other cheek. It sounds noble, but Nietzsche called it a kind of moral revenge, because those who cannot win with swords fight with guilt. Now look at today. Look at the justifications each side gives for war. We are defending ourselves. We are protecting our values. We are responding to terrorism. We are standing for justice. Same words, different speakers, because no one thinks they are the villain, ever. Nietzsche knew this. He wrote, "Convictions are more dangerous foes of truth than lies." What he meant is this: when a man lies, he knows what he's doing. But when a man acts on conviction, when he believes he is right, there's no limit to the destruction he'll justify. A bomb in the name of freedom, a war in the name of peace, a genocide in the name of God. So the question isn't who started it. The question isn't who is innocent. The question is deeper. Why do we keep doing this? And Nietzsche's answer is as chilling as it is illuminating. Because we are not ruled by reason. We are ruled by instincts. We are not as civilized as we think. Civilization is a thin sheet of ice over a roaring ocean. Beneath our technology, our diplomacy, our human rights, lies that ancient beast, the will to power. Snarling, waiting, hungry. It expresses itself in politics, in nationalism, in religion, in social media outrage, in cancel culture, in war. Always war. Because war is not an accident. It is a feature. It is the moment when the masks come off, when power shows its face. But here's where Nietzsche becomes even more dangerous and more honest. He didn't believe this was entirely a bad thing. He believed that the will to power, while destructive, is also the source of creation. The artist who wants to leave their mark? That's the will to power. The thinker who wants to reshape human thought? Will to power. The lover who wants to possess the beloved. The leader who wants to build an empire. The rebel who wants to overthrow tyranny. All of it. The will to power isn't evil. It's simply the truth. And the truth is, we are not seeking peace. We are seeking victory. And we use peace as a tactic, a pause, a breath before the next battle. So what can we do? Are we doomed to repeat this forever? Nietzsche would say, not unless we wake up, not unless we become conscious of what drives us. He wasn't asking us to destroy the will to power. That's impossible. He was asking us to transcend it, to become aware of it, to master it, not by pretending it doesn't exist, but by seeing it clearly and choosing to wield it with responsibility. Because right now, we're still sleepwalking, still letting ancient instincts guide nuclear weapons, still letting old wounds command armies, still letting myths of good and evil drag us into endless conflict. But what if we stopped? What if we saw power for what it is? What if we stopped pretending that war is an accident and started treating it like the addiction it is? Only then, maybe, we could evolve. Not technologically, spiritually, because it's not AI that will destroy us. It's not weapons, it's not climate, it's us, the unexamined animal behind the screen. So as Israel and Iran stand at the edge of fire, as the world watches with bated breath, as politicians posture and civilians pray, ask yourself, what part of you loves war? What part of you craves dominance? What part of you is still asleep? Because the real war isn't on the battlefield. The real war is inside you. And until that war is won, the others will never end. If this made you think differently, if it peeled back the skin of the world and showed you the bone beneath, then don't forget to leave your voice below. Like, comment, and share this video to wake up someone close to you. Because what we need now isn't just louder opinions. What we need is conscious minds. And if you've watched this far, you just might be one of them.